This is part one of a two-part special on White Rabbit, a dining bar in Seoul with a story as unique as the people inside it. At the center is Moon, an established artist, open-hearted host, and proud father of Vernon and Sofia. In this first episode, we're stepping inside White Rabbit to discover how Moon's journey shaped the space and why it's become so much more than just a restaurant. Hello there, this is Timmy, and you're listening to Carrots on Air. I love White Rabbit. It is a restaurant, but it's much more than just a place that serves food. Of course, the food is amazing, don't get me wrong, I love the food, but it's also about the people you get to meet there. When I launched this podcast back in July, I knew I had to feature White Rabbit. So, not long ago, I reached out, and Moon was just kind enough to say yes to my completely out of the blue interview request. Mind you, at that point, I had only published one episode, and it was in Chinese. But anyway, I booked my flight tickets right away. This is kind of exciting. Hi, Moon. Morning. Nice to see you again.
Yes, cool.
How are you today?
Great. How are you?
Thank you for accepting my weird request. That's Moon, the restaurant owner. It is a Saturday morning, and I've just flown in from Taiwan. His kind greeting immediately calms my nerves. And honestly, I can't believe how prepared he is. Fun fact, the week before, I sent him a list of potential questions.
You felt like I was writing a thesis.
Is that? Oh, you wrote out the answer. Oh my God!
Because my English is quite limited.
You're so well prepared. I can't believe that. I'm gonna cry. Moon pulls out a stack of papers, pages of typed answers to every question I sent. He says it feels like writing a thesis. Even though during the interview we just go with the flow, I still cannot get over his sincerity. It is indeed his sincerity that has carried him this far. You can see it in how he treats his customers, many of whom are carrots. So what's it like to visit White Rabbit? Picture this. You step into the building and take the elevator to the second floor. Amanda, the French manager with gorgeous tattoos, greets you with a smile that already tells you you are in for something special. Then, while you're waiting for food, Moon shows up at your table. And get this, he does this almost every day, going table to table, like he's checking on old friends. Here's the best part. After dessert, he pulls out a marker. Why is that? Because customers bring Vernon photocards for him to sign. It's become such a routine that Moon just rolls with it, signing cards like it's the most natural thing in the world. And when Sofia is around, she signs them too. It's like they have created their own little ritual at White Rabbit. How did that start?
I know, it's a good thing because a good thing that I'm staying here and working here up and down. So sometimes Amanda calls me, okay, there is a customer who wants your signatures. Okay, I'll come down. And I'm always available there, here and there, right? Unless I'm working outside. So but every customer now is expecting me to appear for their photo cards.
Oh my God, do you feel pressure that you need to come in every day so you don't disappoint people?
Actually, no, I don't feel any pressures, but I already knew something like this would happen from the beginning, and I'm happy to make them happy. So that's the thing that I'm doing here.
It's kind of like part of the experience of White Rabbit is to get your signature.
Yes. So in the beginning, it was more like a personal branding. But now I feel that it shouldn't be a personal branding for more like a White Rabbit by itself. And I should be just a side effect.
So funny. I still remember the first time you came in, because we didn't have a pen, right? And you need to borrow a pen from a carrot next to me.
You're right, yes.
And now you have your own pen.
Yes, I have a lot. Yes.
How many pens do you have?
I have 2 dozens. Like I buy a lot now. But it runs out quickly, so I have to keep buying them.
You have to restock every now and then.
Yes.
And it's not just Moon who's happy to see carrots at White Rabbit.
I think it's definitely bound to happen, and I'm so grateful for that.
That's Sophia.
Like, it's kind of crazy thinking about like the influence that my brother has and like seeing it every day. And it's honestly so sweet when they come and like they're like, hi, like whatever. I'm like, oh hi, thank you. I think it's really sweet.
Before we dive into White Rabbit, let's talk about Moon himself. He was born in South Korea in 1963, and trust me, you would never guess he's 62 today. Back in art school, his professor was like, you need to get to New York for grad school. But his English wasn't quite ready yet, so he did a quick detour to Sydney first. Then, in 1990, he took the leap and booked a one-way ticket to New York City to study at Pratt Institute.
It's an art school, very small art school, very cute and beautiful, cozy school with a really cute campus in Brooklyn.
Oh, the campus in Brooklyn.
Yeah, it was a great experience because the way they teach students was very different than that I had here. That inspired me a lot, and it was a great stimulus for me. And I started to realize other way of understanding art and other way of pursuing art. That was a very fundamental moment for me. I have to start from the experience in Korea first, which is very academic, and you have to be able to depict everything realistically.
Got it.
So they did the basic training for like 5-6 years in Korea. But in New York, that I experienced was totally opposite. You start from your gut or your passion, not skills. Yeah.
How would you describe your art style, and how did it develop from?
It's very funny because usually people at my age or even younger, they have their own style. So you can tell whose work it is, things like that. But in my case, I'm everywhere. Sometimes realistic, sometimes abstract expressionism, or sometimes conceptual, or sometimes installations. That's my style. I think I can call it for freestyle.
You're super versatile in that way, and you're flexible.
So.
But it is not always smooth sailing for Moon. For an arts graduate like him, just surviving in New York City is no easy task.
I originally planned to stay there forever as an artist. So after finished my master's degree, I pursued my artist career, and I started to have a family with a son. So things got difficult because I can be hungry for myself, that's fine, but I cannot see my son getting hungry. So I have to find a way to support them. So I got a job, many different kinds of jobs, like one in a furniture factory, and like tour conductor, and then eventually I became a computer graphic artist. And eventually I got really good at that. So I got confident enough to start my own business. So I started my own computer graphic firm.
When was that?
That was like 2000, 2001 or something like that. So I was working really hard to build it up, and then 9/11 happened. So everything was gone.
And your company just went into...
Yes, everything was gone. New York area, everything was gone there.
Now, this was right around September 11th, 2001. Moon had just started his own computer graphics business when the Twin Towers were attacked in downtown Manhattan. Can you imagine? You are a young artist in a foreign country with a newborn in your family, and suddenly the whole city is in chaos. Everything changed overnight. The job market, the mood, the way people looked at foreigners. It was the worst possible time to be starting over in America. Could you just tell me about your experience during 9/11? Like, when did you find out about 9/11? Did you hear it from your home? Where were you?
I was in my studio. I mean, we didn't have an apartment. We were living in our studios, the whole family.
That was in Manhattan or in Jersey?
No, it was in New Jersey. I live in New Jersey, not too far from Manhattan. And I was drowsy and sleeping around in bed, and then my wife was working in Manhattan at the time, and then she called me, and then he told me that there was a terror and the Twin Tower collapsed. I was like, come on, stop joking around, I'm sleeping, okay? I couldn't believe it. And she said, serious? So I woke up, and then I looked out, and I could even see the smokes from distance. And a few days later, I passed by, and it was so surreal to drive by, not being able to see the Twin Towers. Wow. It was so surreal, yeah. Wow. And the people at the time, the air was so down. It's like an apocalypse beginning, things like that, yes.
And how did that affect your business?
It's not just my business, the whole city collapsed after that. People collapsed mentally, and city collapsed physically. Yes.
And how long after when did you make the decision to leave? Like how long after?
I think about a year. Yeah, even it was not easy to find good jobs and things like that.
Then he moved back to Korea with his family. They ended up in Hongdae, the very location where White Rabbit is. But coming home was not the relief you would expect.
I didn't have any kind of experiences in Korean society at the time. And as an artist, I had few choices. So I decided to start my own business. So I started a small language school, English school for little kids. I decided to teach little kids with output-oriented language practice.
So Moon takes his family's old house, this 2-story brick building from 1989, and turns it into a language school for kids.
We lived on the second floor. We ran the school on the first floor. It was a very fashionable building at the time, with a nice sized front yard, which I loved. So we had a real nice, cozy front yard, and then 2-story building in black brick, and a nice wooden interior.
Moon went on to run a school for about a decade. After retiring, he devoted himself fully to his art, and that's when the White Rabbit project was born.
I started planning it for 5 years ago, and then finished the architectural design in 3 years, and started building about 2.5 years ago, and which took 2 years to complete.
Why would you want to start a restaurant? Like, is food an important thing in your family or in your culture, in your value?
Food, it's not about food, it's about culture to me. And I have a thing, this project on my bucket list. In the later part of my life, I wanted to start something like this, cozy, artistic space where creative people gather together and hang out. And also I have been fascinated by the period, the Belle Epoque, the peaceful era and prosperity era. So that's why I try to make this space more like French vibes from that era, 19th century, end of 19th century. Yes. So it's not just about food, it's about culture.
Food, however, is also how the Che family shows affection.
It's also showing affection, but in different forms. My grandma would show affection with her cooking, as like a lot of other cultured grandmas too. Yeah.
Is cooking a thing in your family?
Not really.
Food?
I don't know. I mean, I love food. I love eating for sure.
What's the signature dish made by your grandma or your family or your...
My grandma? Her water kimchi is to die for. It's so good. My brother would come home and he would just drink like 5 bowls of it. It's so funny. I can't. Yeah.
It's lunchtime, and the kitchen is alive with energy. The chef and sous chef are busy at work, and I'm lucky enough to step inside. The space is spotless, gleaming, every surface in order. By the time I get into the kitchen, a chef has already finished prepping the ingredients, and I'm watching as beef sizzles in a pan. As Moon puts it, White Rabbit isn't just about serving food. It's about creating an experience, a blend of culture and cuisine. And you can taste it on every plate. These Western dishes that surprise you with these little Asian twists. What's your favorite food?
Here, it's very difficult to choose, but I like everything. But I think I like our White Rabbit ceviche. It's very simplistic. It's the simplicity and the complexity it has. I love that, and I love the color.
The ceviche really stands out. It features seasonal fish with watermelon, grapefruit, Namjin sauce, arugula, and dill. It's fresh raw fish marinated in citrus. Though if raw fish isn't your thing, they will cook it for you. And my personal favorite, the steak. No joke. It's savory, juicy, and absolutely delicious. I would definitely come back just for that. After the meal, most customers pause on the stairway before they leave. Hanging on the wall are 2 striking portraits, Vernon and Sofia, painted by Moon.
Yeah, they are very classic version among my works, and they are very personal for me, right? And as an artist, I wanted to give them a little gift to each of them. So I decided to make it like a Renaissance style painting. And I put all of my love in them. And now it became a kind of a signature item at White Rabbit. So I take picture in front of them. And I'm happy for that anyway.
Could you tell me more about your thought process of your
The
creation?
process.
Yeah.
It's oil painting. I mean, the realistic painting, it's very simple to those who had academic background. And I referenced a lot of Renaissance masters, and I analyzed how they handled the colors and the textures and things like that.
Did they know you were painting them?
Oh yeah, of course, they've been here many times already.
I mean, like during the process. Did they
During the
know?
process, yes. Yeah, they saw that, they sometimes see the progress. It took so long, like 6-7 months for me. So they've seen the process. Yeah.
So, like, what was the big revelation to them when you finished up the piece?
The stage very strange, but they felt a little weird to seeing themselves in my paintings.
Was it the first time for you to paint them? Or?
Yes, it was the first time.
Wow.
I mean, it was the first time for me to paint that kind of realistic paintings.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
And how do you feel about it?
I am very happy with the result, and I'm very happy that I finally have something for them as an artist. Yes.
On a side note, I'm super impressed by how inclusive White Rabbit is. As a gay man, I feel completely safe here. It's a place where I can just relax and be myself. Amanda, the restaurant's manager, knows that feeling too. She's always dreamed of becoming a professional dancer, but her tattoos have become a barrier. People would judge her whether she is auditioning or just going about her day. Her tattoos, though, are gorgeous.
I call this one my shit arm.
That's her left arm.
I put all like idea or stupid idea or things I wanted to do, like, because honestly all tattoo I have is really art, and this one I'm just like, it's just random things I want to put here. Like I just have, you know, Simpson, I have Lisa Simpson, or like this one is the lyrics about IU. It's a love poem, so I like it too. So
That's so cool. And she has Naruto on her right arm.
I think it was cool, but since I'm in Korea, it's pretty hard.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah. It's even now, like for me, like to be a dancer in Korea, it's too hard. I cannot because of my tattoo. You know, like there I did many auditions about like to be dancer or things like that, but every time say okay, good, but you have tattoo, so no, like that's all. Or it's me too, you know, like it's my personality.
It's
like
part of you.
Yeah, so I cannot like take off or things. Even if it make my life really hard in Korea, you know, every day like people swear on me or push me or things like that. Like it's my life is pretty
crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty hard. Like especially to be a Wegugin in Korea, it's really hard. But with tattoo, it's more hard.
It is difficult for Amanda to land a regular job because of her tattoos, but she is welcomed with open arms at White Rabbit. Moon even calls her tattoos art.
They say it's art, so it's okay. And I was like, wow, I'm so thankful to that, you know, like, so this will make me more confident with Depanim because he accepts me like how I am, so that's really nice.
Moon really is open-minded. He doesn't judge easily. With that same kindness and sincerity, White Rabbit hosts its first open mic event. Sofia performs 3 of her original songs, and more than 20 others take the stage. In the next and final part of this White Rabbit special, I will take you there to Sofia's open mic. Here's just a taste of what's coming.
This song I'm gonna sing, it's called Coffee. It's an original by me.
Sofia!
I've never really sung my songs in public that I've written. They're kind of, I just sit in my room and sing them, but this is gonna be my first time performing them in front of an audience, so yeah. Wake up to your coffee kiss, drift open to your coffee, resist a smile but you always catch it, turn my face away and hear you laughing, what you want for the morning, babe, I can scramble, I can fly, I wrap my arms around your neck, breathe you in, come on and back to bed.
All that and more next episode. All right, that is the show today. This episode's production assistant is
小田
and very special thanks to Cappuccino. I am Timmy. Talk soon.